Hey, I'm Luis Escobar and I've been dancing for 2 years and I must simplify dance techniques for you to learn in this channel. So bro, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and if you want to learn a little faster, check out that first link in the description below. Now let's dive to another foundational move, the side to side, starting with the footwork, okay? So starting from our basic steps, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. On 1, we're going to hook that right foot in front of our left, thighs touching for a clean look. And a quick little tip is on that 8, which is our transition time from our basic step into our side to side. I really want you to pick up that right leg with our ankle flexed down, okay? Until our foot is at the same level as our knee. It's similar to a passe from ballet. And at the same time, really twist the hip while keeping that torso forward as we step into our 1, okay? Now on 2, we step our left foot angle towards center stage left. And here, we're going to perform a hip pivot off it to shift our angle to the right before we step onto our right in place on 3. So it doesn't move, okay? Just leave it in the same spot that you had it originally when you hooked on that 1, okay? Don't make the common mistake where people move it after stepping on 2 and they do this. Just keep it there. So now we could just repeat the movement to the other side. So remember, twist and exaggerate that leg lift on 4 to hook into our 5 in front of our right, and step our right foot now, angle towards center stage right, and perform a hip pivot to shift our angle towards center stage left before, you see, before we step onto our 7 in place where it was originally, and then just step forward with our right to transition back to our basic steps on 1, 2, 3. And yeah, that's it for the footwork. Quick little story. I recently actually drilled this move as part of my teacher training this past month. And that's when I just got the insight that this would have been the perfect step to practice these angle shifts. So I could have applied those other applied to other common moves, such as our the swing step, or you got the reverse spiral, or something as simple as a right turn. But sadly, I had to learn it the hard way. So you're welcome, okay? And now I'll go over the upper body. Okay, so for the upper body, I'm breaking it down to 2 levels. So level 1 is always the same, our foundational body movement. So start off with our scapular retraction. So from the side, shrug up, bring those shoulders back and down, and retract those shoulder blades, and really feel that pinch of your shoulder blades together, similar to like when we prepare to bench press. And this is our basic frame we should always strive to maintain, yes? So starting from our basic step here from 7, on 1, when we hook with that right, our torso is going to move to the right as our right shoulder sticks out and rolls back. And as we step and hip pivot on 2, we also now move the torso towards the left and repeat the same motion with the shoulder. And we're just going to continue this throughout the entire sequence. And if you're holding your frame correctly, this is a little insight. We don't really feel the shoulder move as much, but more so that pinch in your back moving from that scapular retraction, okay? So like if you don't feel your shoulder move in this position, that's okay. You shouldn't really. It should feel more like that pinch from the back moving. And now for the arms, really ensure that they stay raised, elbows tucked in, not this, and hands forming a diamond near our upper chest. If you want a masculine look, if you want more femme, keep them out more. And something I'm practicing right now actually is adding intention to the arm movements by controlling that energy that comes from the shoulder throughout to the hands, creating like a deliberate like stop and throw motion, right? Or throw and stop motion. So something sharper like this, right? with my basic instead of this like constant flow to add some texture to my basic. And I'll explain this and more in an upcoming video once I feel like I got more of a hang of it, so we can all have that extra texture. Yes. Anyways, moving on to level 2, we style our side to side with a classic watch. And shout out to my past director mentor Adolfo for popularizing it and exposing me to it. So starting from our basic step on 7, as we hook to our 1, right? I want you to extend that right arm straight out, angle towards the left, and at the same level as your upper chest. And place that left arm in a classic Mambo frame. So remember, flare out the elbow and place that middle finger on your V cup. And if you don't have one, bro, like I always say, just imagine you do. Visualizations. And on 2, just maintain both positions, but as we perform that hip pivot and shift our angle towards the right, simply just, here, let me do it from this side. Simply bend that extended right arm in towards our torso from the elbow to make it parallel to our body. And make sure that the movement really originates or like comes from the elbow and not the shoulder to like keep our frame. Because if you don't do this, you just end up looking like a perpendicular angle, making my old geometry teacher, Miss Wu, very happy, but everyone will think you look whack. So just don't do that. Anyways, when we repeat the sequence on the other side during our transition on 4, so we're here with this Mambo frame, we're going to move that left arm by gluing that elbow to our rib cage and simply lift our forearm upward with, if you notice, my wrist is flexed down, pointing our finger out as if you're tapping a watch on our wrist, right? So on 5, when we hook our left foot in front, we tap the watch. So now on 6, we just keep the elbow fixed to the rib cage and continue raising the forearm more, using that natural momentum to just flap the wrist upwards, so palm up facing the sky. And then from here, we're going to swipe our hand underneath our chin to prepare for our upcoming hair comb. Here, let me move over here. And just maintain the elbows fixed position to avoid like sweeping across your face. That looks kind of ugly. So sweep underneath your face until your elbow, right, is towards the right side of it. And we're going to place that middle finger behind the ear, around the area where like our hair starts. So like that back hairline, I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's like this part, okay? If you're flexible enough. So then as we pivot and we step into that 7, we're going to hair comb with this nice hide and reel effect. And just avoid the common mistake I see a lot when people comb, is that they keep their elbow flared out and you just like lose the effect and you just look whack. So just don't do that, okay? And then after that, oh, I did it wrong. After that, we're just here, right? With that elbow forward out, just lower your left arm to your upper chest, or hand, let me say, because our right arm is already there from like tapping that watch. And then we just revert back to our basic frame on 1, 2, 3. And yeah, that's it for the upper body. Now I'm going to demonstrate it with music. And just remember, if it's too fast, you can use YouTube's playback feature to slow it down if you need. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, level 1, 5, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 5 again, 8, 1, 2, 3, passe, 6, 7, basic, 5, 6, 7, level 2, 5, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, basic, 1, 2, 3, 5, that's it. Alright y'all, so that's the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Just remember to practice this over and over again. As I always say, if you've been watching, repetition is the key to everything in life. And I forgot what else I say. But thank you for watching. Comment below how your journey's going. And remember, the mirror is a liar, so record yourself. Later.